Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we want to talk about, we got to set the record straight, man, on Gary Payton, man. It never ceases to amaze me the things that these ex-NBA players say. And these guys are all-time greats. These are legends of the game. And these guys refuse to hold on to any sort of integrity. They refuse to be honorable. And they refuse to, once again, educate you with the facts. They give you some weird opinions that don't add up. And I've told you guys, everyone has an opinion, man. But you must be able to support your opinion with facts in reality. It must be something tangible that you can show us so we can understand what you're trying to say and see what you're seeing. And Gary Payton said that LeBron James is by far, those are his exact words, by far a better player than Michael Jordan, guys. And we're going to talk about this video because the reasonings, the way that he tried to explain it, sounds ridiculous. Just like he sounds ridiculous by stating that LeBron James is by far the better all-around basketball player than Michael Jordan. We're going to talk about this video, guys, and once again, set the record straight on another ex-NBA player that refuses to hold on to any integrity, man. These guys are just weird, man. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man. It truly, truly means a lot. I want to send a special thanks out to Sick'em Savage for coming through with the super thanks. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for your continued support. So shout out to Sick'em Savage, man, for coming through. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, we got to set the record straight on Gary Payton, man. Another ex-NBA player, another NBA great, another legend that continues to say weird things. And these guys refuse to hold on to any integrity, man. They won't be honest with you, and they can never explain their opinions. I've told you guys, everyone has an opinion. My opinion, your opinion, their opinion, his opinion. We all have an opinion on whatever the case may be, whatever it is. I've always told you guys, though, you must be able to support your opinion with facts. You must be. How can your opinion be worth a damn if you can't explain it, if you have no factual evidence to support your claim, your opinion? If you don't have that, then it doesn't make sense. Your opinion is null and void. It's invalid. And we shouldn't have to respect your opinion just because of who you are. Because that's the problem here. Everyone says, oh, you guys are nobodies because you're just fans, right? Oh, Kevin Durant loves to talk down to the fans. A lot of these guys, Gilbert Arenas, a lot of these fools, J.J. Redick, and a lot of these clowns out here, they don't respect our opinions because we're just fans. We didn't play in the NBA. But then when you listen to these guys' opinions, they can't explain it. So it's you just making a weird statement that doesn't add up. You sound ridiculous. And that's most of these guys now. If you haven't noticed this, these guys have lost all integrity. They're not honest with themselves. They're not honest with you. They're not giving you the facts of the history of the NBA. What we watch, they're not saying, they're not supporting it. What they're saying is not supporting that. It ain't backing it up. And I was reading this article the other day that Gary Payton was being interviewed. Once again, another interview of an ex-NBA player, and they always have to ask these guys the same question about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. LeBron James ain't close to Michael Jordan. Stop bringing up LeBron James with Michael Jordan. And they asked him, this guy Gary Payton, about the LeBron James-Michael Jordan comparisons, and this man, Gary Payton, jumped out the window. He jumped out the damn window. And I've lost all respect for Gary Payton after these statements, man. All respect for Gary Payton. Now, once again, let's differentiate here. This is not personal with Gary Payton. What I'm telling you right now, I respect Gary Payton's basketball career. I'm not saying he's not a great basketball player. This has nothing to do with that. These guys are great players. This does not diminish their greatness or what they accomplished in their careers by me setting the record straight on them. But once again, we must hold the standard here. And these guys should not be allowed. Like I said, just because they played in the league, they can just say whatever they want and we have to listen to it. No, that's not how it goes. You're not making any sense. But if I don't agree with what you're saying, and then you can't support your statements, your opinions with facts, then I don't have to respect what you have to say. I don't have to. Because you should be able to explain. I've been explaining my opinion here. I've supported my opinions with facts. I've given you guys the breakdowns, the info. You guys get it. I'm not just saying things that don't make sense. I'm giving you guys a breakdown. I'm giving you guys a perspective here. No, I didn't play in the league. But once again, I watch this stuff. These guys think because they play in the league, they can say anything that they want, and it's facts. And you hear people say, well, that guy played in the NBA, you didn't, man, so he knows more than you. That's not true. That is not true. Because a lot of these guys are being paid to say things. And once again, have you listened to these guys speak? Do they sound intelligent? Do they sound they know the history of the NBA? They don't know the history of the game. They know the game. They don't know the history of the game, though, guys. And they don't respect that history. So then how can they give you guys any really valid opinion on the perspective of the NBA when they don't know the history of the game? They don't know it, apparently, these guys. Every time they speak, they expose that notion. They don't know. So Gary Payton makes some of the most asinine statements that I've ever heard, man. This is up there with the Isaiah Thomas stuff. This is up there with the Scottie Pippen stuff. He's up there with guys like Gilbert Arenas, the Nick Wrights. Listen to what he said here. And I wrote this down word for word. The quote of Gary Payton. This is what they quoted Gary Payton in this article. This was a response to the LeBron James, Michael Jordan thing. Listen to this, guys. Insane. If you ask me who's the better all-around basketball player, LeBron James by far, guys, listen to those words, by far. He does everything. He does everything. The quote continues, guys, listen to this. He can play basketball better than Jordan. He can dribble better than Jordan. He actually said he could dribble better than Jordan. Listen to that. He can dribble better than Jordan. Shooting-wise, I don't think so. Duh. Rebounding, I think he did, but Jordan did rebound. But I think they are two different basketball players. You see, he tried to qualify his statement after that because he knew he said some stupid stuff there. So he tried to say, but they are two different basketball players. No duh, they're different basketball players, Gary Payton. You sound like a fool. Now, did you guys listen to everything he said? I'm going to read it again. If you ask me who's the better all-around basketball player, LeBron James by far. He does everything. He can play basketball better than Jordan. He can dribble better than Jordan. Shooting-wise, I don't think so. Rebounding, I think he did, but Jordan did rebound, but I think they are two different basketball players. Now, this is one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my life. An insane take from Gary Payton. Once again, Gary Payton's an all-time great legend, man. One of the great players, played in the golden era. Nothing but respect for Gary Payton, the basketball player, man. But once again, as a grown man, dude, you're not holding on to your integrity, guy. This is not honorable. This statement here, and once again, I told you guys, explain your opinion. Explain it. So you think LeBron James is the better all-around basketball player? Those are his words. If you ask me the better all-around basketball player, he said LeBron James by far. By far? By far, Gary Payton? By far. And then he says he does everything. What does he do? See, they say he does everything. You hear that a lot from the LeBron James side of things. Oh, LeBron James does everything on the court. He does everything. What does he do, though? They never say what he does. They just said he does everything, but then he always needs more help. It doesn't make any sense, you guys. He does everything on the court, but he needs more help all the time. He needs guys to play defense. He needs guys to rebound. He needs guys to hustle out there. LeBron James does everything, but he needs more help every single season, this season included. He needs more help already. They're always making an excuse for LeBron James. But Gary Payton's going to sit there and tell you he does everything. He's by far the better all-around basketball player. And then, like I said, when you listen to him trying to explain it, this is what he goes to. He can dribble better than Jordan. LeBron James can dribble better than Jordan. Once again, Gary Payton, what film are you looking at? You're not watching the games, man. You're not watching TV. You're not paying attention. Once again, you're being disingenuous, Gary Payton. There's no way you can argue, make that debate, make that argument, make that claim that LeBron James dribbles better than Michael Jordan. Gary Payton, have you seen LeBron James dribble the basketball? Have you seen it? LeBron James dribbles the ball up to his neck like this. You guys seen the palm under the basketball. LeBron James always has the ball up to his damn neck and shoulder. He can't dribble the ball. Have you ever seen LeBron James try to do a dribble move? What does he do? He steps back. He goes back 3 or 4 steps. He has to back up off the man and then do that corny between the leg dribble, what he can't do, which looks clunky and awkward as hell, so the defenders can steal the ball from him. That's why he does that. You ever notice that LeBron James always needs a screen set for him? Always needs a screen set because he can't get people off him with his dribble. He has no dribble moves, Gary Payton. Meanwhile, I've seen Michael Jordan. We've watched Michael Jordan go behind the back, between the legs 2 times and hit a jump shot. The crossover, the hesitation pull-up, the stutters. I mean, you've seen Michael Jordan do this stuff with regularity, right? With fluidity. Michael Jordan moves smooth when he does these things. It looks natural. It looks like he practices these things. So I don't know what the hell Gary Payton is talking about, man. I have no clue what Gary Payton is talking about. And I'm going to put up a poll later. Does anyone believe that LeBron James is a better dribbler than Michael Jordan? But Gary Payton will tell you, oh, LeBron James dribbles the ball better than Michael Jordan does. There's no evidence to support that. Look at all the turnovers LeBron James gets in his career. He can't dribble, man. LeBron James can't dribble, guys. Those are the facts, man. I'm not making this. Let's not hate on LeBron James. He cannot dribble. Whenever he tries to pull a move out, he stumbles and bumbles. He turns the ball over. It goes off his foot. Whatever the case may be, he has to back up. He needs a screen set. He has no dribble moves. LeBron James in a triple threat position couldn't shine Michael Jordan's shoes, man. Michael Jordan could score with 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, no dribbles. Michael Jordan's a much superior ball handler than LeBron James. You would think this is clear as day. Clear as day. There's no argument for us, Gary Payton, and you didn't give any evidence. You didn't say, oh, you see the moves that LeBron James does? You know he has that panted, but he ain't got nothing. Michael Jordan had the panted behind the back. Michael Jordan had the wrap around behind the back with the same arm. So he'll go behind his back with the right hand and then catch it in front with the right hand. I've seen him do that multiple times. Numerous times. We've all seen Michael Jordan go between the legs, double dutch between the legs. We've seen him do the crossover. We've seen him do the hesitation cross, the hesitation pull-up off the dribble. I don't even understand how this is even a thing. But Gary Payton will tell you, NBA legend Gary Payton, LeBron James is a better ball dribbler than Michael Jordan. Not even close, guys. And then look what he says. Shooting-wise, I don't think so. Yeah, no duh, Gary Payton. You're not educating anyone here, Gary Payton. You sound stupid here. I have to educate you? Shooting-wise, I don't think so. No duh. LeBron James can't shoot, man. Can't shoot, Gary Payton. But he's a better all-around player than Michael Jordan. Based off of dribbling. Can't shoot, he says, not like Michael Jordan. And then he goes, rebounding. I think he did. I think he did rebound better than Michael Jordan. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And he goes, but Jordan did rebound. No, duh. Jordan's one of the greatest rebounding shooting guards in the history of the game, Gary Payton. What the hell are you talking about? Look at Michael Jordan's offensive rebounding numbers, guys, compared to LeBron James. They're not even close. Not even close. When you see Michael Jordan do all these putback dunks off of the free throws, right, off of the missed shots, those are called offensive rebounds. Gary Payton's not going to bring that up. So he just says rebounding, I think so. Or I think he did. Well, you think wrong. You thought wrong because he doesn't. He didn't. He never rebounded better than Michael Jordan for their position. Michael Jordan's one of the great rebounds at the shooting guard position. To me, maybe Clyde Drexler might be the best rebounding shooting guard in the history of the game. Possibly Clyde Drexler. When you look at his rebound numbers and you look at the way he hustled on the offensive rebounds, they're astounding, his offensive rebound numbers, Clyde Drexler. Remember, he's a little bit bigger than Michael Jordan, 6'7". So it gave him a little bit of an advantage. Like I said, he was a high flyer, and he was an aggressive rebounder, Clyde Drexler. An excellent rebounder at that position. LeBron James, for his position, is one of the poor rebounders, a mediocre rebounding, guys. He's average. 7 rebounds is average rebounding. That's not top end or elite. That's not Elgin Baylor. That's not Larry Bird or Dominique Wilkins. He's not up there with those guys, man. At rebounding the best. Well, Dr. J can't rebound like Dr. J. He never did this. So once again, LeBron James is not one of the great rebounders. He averages 1 more rebound per game for his career than Michael Jordan, even though he has 3 inches on Michael Jordan and played a different position in a weaker era. So rebounding, Gary Payton, you're not educating anybody. Why can't you break this down and simply state it? You start talking about rebounding? LeBron James never been known as a rebounder, but Gary Payton's going to mention rebounding. So I want you guys to think about this. Gary Payton says LeBron James is by far the better all-around player. And then he brings up rebounding, dribbling to explain it. 2 things that LeBron James can't do. He can't dribble like Michael Jordan, clearly. We all know he can't shoot like Michael Jordan. Gary Payton at least admitted that much. And he can't rebound it like Michael Jordan. He doesn't. He hasn't. You would have thought that maybe Gary Payton would have said, oh, well, LeBron James is a better passer than Michael Jordan. Maybe you can make that argument. Maybe. I told you, I do not believe LeBron James is a better passer than Michael Jordan. He might be more willing to pass the ball at certain times of the game, but he's not a better passer than Michael Jordan on the strength of all those turnovers that LeBron James gets every single night. So I don't know what I'm saying about Gary Payton did at least go with passing, but he said dribbling, and LeBron James is by far the better all-around player. Did Gary Payton mention defense in his article? Nope. I didn't see him mention defense not once. Gary Payton, who's arguably the greatest defensive point guard of all time, up there with guys like Walt Clyde Frazier and Dennis Johnson and Jason Kidd. These are the elite defenders at that point guard position. Guys like John Stockton and Mookie Blaylock. You know what I'm saying? Rajon Rondo. These guys that play elite-level defense at the point guard position. So you would think that Gary Payton would be aware of defense and the fact that LeBron James don't play it. Nowhere near the level of a Michael Jordan. We can all clearly say that Michael Jordan is by far the greater basketball player, the greater defender than LeBron James. Easily. Gary Payton won't mention defense, but he says LeBron James is a better all-around player. And this is the problem here, guys. If you haven't noticed, oftentimes when people say, quote-unquote, all-around, they never mention defense. I'm pretty sure that in NBA, in basketball, you have to play both sides of the court. But for some reason, LeBron James is not held to that standard. He can walk around on defense, lollygag, stand around, and no one will call this out. Gary Payton won't mention this in the article, in his interview. Oh, he's a greater all-around player by far, but don't play no defense. So obviously, Michael Jordan's a greater and better all-around player, easily. He dribbles better than LeBron James. The evidence shows it. The videotape shows that. That's not me just saying this. He can't rebound like Michael Jordan. Can't shoot like Michael Jordan. Can't defend like Michael Jordan. He doesn't hustle like Michael Jordan. He's not the competitor of Michael Jordan, the leader of Michael Jordan. So what the hell is Gary Payton talking about by far? The wording that he used makes him look ridiculous. And once again, this is why no one wants to listen to you guys. No matter what you say, not here on after, I don't care what Gary Payton has to say. It's an absolute joke. And we get it. Gary Payton must be bitter and salty because Michael Jordan laughed at his comments in the Last Dance documentary. And then Gary Payton's like, yeah, well, that's what Michael Jordan's supposed to do. He's supposed to laugh and be like that. He's a competitor. So then why are you not being the same, Gary Payton? You guys should be the same and respect and be a true competitor and not start saying nonsense. You sound like a LeBron James or the media member because there's no facts here. He said this, I'm going to say it again. He said LeBron James dribbles the ball better than Michael Jordan. Dribbles the ball better. Excuse me, guys. This is insane. AOH. Shout out to my man AOH, the czar of the video footage. He did a video some time ago going over LeBron James, quote-unquote, dribbling. And what you see is LeBron James cannot dribble, guys. But we know he can dribble. We know, we've seen it, we've watched him. He has no dribbling skills, lack of development. Michael Jordan's overall game, it developed. He worked on these things. You can see the dribbling, the handling ability of Michael Jordan from a rookie to the seasoned veteran. The precision that Michael Jordan was able to execute with. Didn't need a lot of over-dribbling. He didn't need a lot of fancy moves because the moves that he had were crisp, to the point, precision. That's Michael Jordan's excellence right there. LeBron James can't do that, man. He got no ball handling. This is why LeBron James needs to carry the basketball and travel with it. But Gary Payton won't mention those things. He won't mention the footwork of Michael Jordan, which is much superior to LeBron James. By far, easily, you can see that. The way they move on the court. LeBron James is not like that. But Gary Payton's going to tell you that LeBron James is by far the better player. And then once again, they use that wording. He does everything. What does he do? What does he do? He doesn't play defense, Gary Payton. You're not going to talk about that? What does he do? He can't shoot. The man can't shoot free throws. He does everything. He's not a leader. He doesn't rebound. We've talked about that this season. He's not rebounding the basketball. How does he do everything? He blames his teammates all the time. It's baffling to me. These guys make these statements, they have these interviews, and they sound ridiculous, man. You lose all credibility now after this. Who's going to listen to Gary Payton after this now? The same thing with Scottie Pippen. Who's listening to Scottie Pippen? Who's listening to Isaiah Thomas? Who's listening to Nick Wright or Shannon Sharp or Colin Cowherd? Who listens to these guys? And what would the LeBron James fans say? Yo, who listens to you? You just sit in your car and yell and cry on the camera. I got the facts, man. I've kept my integrity. I haven't flip-flopped all over. I haven't contradicted myself left and right. These guys are a walking contradiction. Shooting-wise, I don't think so. Yeah, no duh, Gary Payton. LeBron James can't shoot anything close to Michael Jordan. But you're talking about the greater all-around player, but he can't shoot. I don't understand that. Can't shoot, but he's a better all-around player. Don't play defense, better all-around player according to Gary Payton. Salty Gary Payton. You guys are so jealous of Michael Jordan. It's really sad, man, for these guys to give Michael Jordan their just due. They can't do it. So they'll give LeBron James his props based off of what? Based off of what? Not reality. I don't agree with anything that Gary Payton said here, guys, except for the fact that he said that he doesn't think LeBron James is a better shooter. I don't think so. You don't think so? I know so. We know so. The true fans of basketball know so. LeBron James can't shoot like Michael Jordan, can't dribble like Michael Jordan, can't play defense. He's not Michael Jordan, Gary Payton. Nowhere close. So Gary Payton's one of the few people out here that thinks LeBron James is by far better than Michael Jordan. Once again, we all have to set the record straight on these clowns out here that are supposed to be legends of the game. Legends of the game that refuse to hold on to any kind of integrity, man. It's an absolute joke. It's an embarrassment. I feel embarrassed for Gary Payton, man, that he actually made these statements. I don't know if he was, if he was drunk or something, or, I don't know what's going on with these guys when they speak. They don't make any sense. Nothing adds up. I told you, you must be able to explain it. Explain it. He did not explain it. He didn't break it down for us. He actually sounded more ridiculous than anything. And these are the facts. Because there is no way to explain LeBron James being greater or better than Michael Jordan. That's why these fools all sound stupid. That's why LeBron James fans have no videos on their channels. And that's why the LeBron James fan channels are a joke and only attract LeBron James fans, guys. Those are the facts, man. Gary Payton, you sound like a clown, man. Give me a freaking break here, man. It's not even close. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.